What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Never Fail, and this is like attempt number 9 because people either keep interrupting me or calling me or stuff like that. So here we go, bringing you a Black Ops 2 gameplay domination on the map Slums using the carbon fiber camo MP7, and just really want to discuss how well I think Treyarch did. You know how good I think they did with balancing this game up to this point. You know, I don't necessarily care for most of these maps, but I feel that these maps are fairly balanced for the most part, and even if they're not, for the game modes I play, you know, you have domination mostly is what I play. You switch sides so you get the chance to spawn trap if you know that map isn't balanced, because this map right here, if you spawn A, it's fairly easy to get the spawn trap going on. If you're on the other team, you know, if you're the one spawning A, it's easy to get spawn trapped. But still, the maps for the most part feel balanced to me. Hijack, maybe the spawns are a little wacky on there, but not to the point where, you know, it can't be enjoyable. I mean, some people probably don't like it, but I do like the map. Damn it, now my throat's dry. So many attempts. But gun balance has always been, in my opinion, an issue for Treyarch. Because if you played World at War, seemed like everybody used MP40 or another one of the submachine guns. If you played Black Ops and looked at anybody's combat record, damn near everybody had a favorite weapon of either FAMAS, AK-74U, or Galil. Myself not being an exception, mine was the Galil, even though I had a lot more kills with the Scorpions. This game, however, I believe they did a fantastic job doing the balance portion of the gun balance, because I've yet to play with a gun where I just felt it was fucking useless and no point of playing with it. Some people may argue that the MSMC is overpowered. I would say it may be overused. I don't know. I don't run into a ton of people that just use strictly that gun. It does seem to be the best option if you want to put a silencer on a submachine gun, because it seems to have the most range of the submachine guns, where it doesn't just nerf the shit out the range on it whenever you put a silencer on it. With that said, I mean, you can get around that via weapon attachments. You know, dropping a sight on there will help nerf some of the, you know, nerfing that you get on range. It'll help nerf the nerf from a suppressor. So, I mean, it's got its place. Shotguns is definitely something I want to touch on, because anybody that played with shotguns on Black Ops knows that the Spaz 12 was basically the only one that was worth a damn, and that's because it was the only one that was spammable. And they were all inconsistent as hell when it come to giving you one-hit kills. And it's always good to have situations where you can get a more dependable and more consistent one-hit kill from shotguns, because they are fucking shotguns. So that's a good thing. It may annoy me from time to time, some of the ranges that I get one-hit KO'd from. But with that said, it is what it is. They need to do damage, otherwise they're not a viable, you know, reason to use that particular gun. Like anybody that used the Olympia in Black Ops 1, you know, it was pretty much for style points, because everybody knew there was much better options, even for close range combat. I mean, hell, the Scorpion was a better fucking shotgun than the Olympia. The Pythons were better shotguns than the Olympia. So I think they did a very good job making that a much more dependable and consistent weapon class in, you know, general. Now, submachine guns, I've yet to pick up a submachine gun where I felt that it was inferior to any others. I mean, while the MP7 and the MSMC might be the two best in the class, you can use the PDW, you can use the Vector, you can use the Kycom, and the Scorpion is also pretty beastly. But you can use those other three and still win gunfights, because they're good guns. I mean, they're dependable so long as your aim is on point, especially the Kycom or Psycom, whatever. It is so fucking beastly if you have good aim, because even though it's a burst fire submachine gun, the fire rate is so fast on it that if you have a quick trigger finger, it's actually going to keep up with you. It's going to not nerf your, you know, your speed of your trigger finger, so it allows you to actually fire off the gun in a hurry. and it does great damage. Now, with a silencer, maybe not quite as good, but that's most of the submachine guns, because the range seems to be they seem to honed in pretty damn good on the range. You can still win long distance gunfights over people with assault rifles and stuff, but your aim has to be better than theirs. And the majority of the times they're going to win the gunfight, which they should, because it's at a longer range and they're using an assault rifle, which is something that Black Ops 1 definitely had a problem with, was that pretty much all the submachine guns were outclassed by assault rifles, because the assault rifles did just as good a job up close as they did at range. Submachine guns couldn't outgun them up close because they just didn't do the damage, or the fire rate wasn't as good. I mean, you could put the rapid fire on an MP5K and it was pretty great, but without the rapid fire it wasn't that good. I mean, it was still good if you had great aim, but even up close you would get outgunned by FAMAS or something like that. And ooh, you got shit on, dude. Where you don't have that problem in this game. The submachine guns do a better job at close ranges than the fucking assault rifles, like it should be. The assault rifles have their place. They do a very good job at long ranges, and then shotguns do a great job up close as far as giving you consistent one-hit kills. Sniper rifles, don't even get me started. I hate sniper rifles, but at the same token, they're viable. Much more so than in Black Ops. They're definitely a lot more usable in Black Ops. In my opinion, you had to actually be pretty fucking good to use a damn sniper rifle and do decent with it in Black Ops, where on here, you don't necessarily have to be all that good with it to still do good. I mean, you have to have some skill anytime you're using a sniper, because if you miss, you're pretty much dead. One thing I do wish is they would get rid of sniper rifles where you can kind of spam them to where when you shoot the damn gun there seems to be no recoil. Like the first one in the sniper default class, it seems way too spammable. But at the same time, the ones that are spammable, as far as that one anyway, I don't know, I haven't played with all of them, they don't seem to give very consistent one-hit kills. So it kind of balances itself out. Doesn't mean it's not going to piss me off when I get sniped, because I hate the shit. But at the same token, that doesn't mean it's overpowered or unbalanced. But that's really all I want to say about the guns. Perks, I think they did a fantastic job. Maybe don't agree with where some of the perks are unlocked, because in Black Ops I love the fact that once you got to where you could create a class, you could have any perk in the game. But at the same time, it's every other Call of Duty, you've always had to unlock the perks, so I understand it. Black Ops was something, they was trying something new with COD points. And attachments for the gun. The only attachment that I really just think has no place is the target finder. And I wouldn't even necessarily say that doesn't have a place. I mean, there's some maps where it's hard to locate and spot people, especially if it's a darker map. So I mean, it has its place there, but that doesn't mean I still feel it's cheap personally. But I mean, there's a place for it in the game. There's a reason for it to be there, and it can be countered. That's the important thing. It actually has a counter to it. I love the fact that all the assault rifles and submachine guns have the select fire. I love the fact that I don't know with the assault rifles, but I'm pretty sure there's no submachine gun that you can unlock a noob tube for. I love that. I also love the fact that the noob tube seems to be a fairly late unlock attachment, and I think that's great. Perks and stuff. I mean, perks, tier 1, tier 2, tier 2 seems to be a little weak, not gonna lie, it does. Toughness is a good perk, scavenger is a good perk, cold-blooded is a good perk, but it just seems to be slightly outclassed by the stuff that you could double up on in tier 3 and tier 1. Mainly, doubling up on flat jacket and lightweight, ghost and flat jacket, stuff like that, which seems a little bit better depending on your play style. Like for me, ghost is damn near a must, because I like to rush around the flank spots on the map. And the worst thing is the enemy, you flank and the enemy knows you're coming, and with one of the many head glitch spots at the end of flank routes on here, you get destroyed as soon as you turn a corner, because you're not expecting somebody to be there, but they know you're coming, so you should be. So I mean, you kind of need ghost, but you can do without it. Lightweight, I love that perk. Only thing I wish is that extreme conditioning was unlimited sprint. I hate not being able to keep sprinting forever. So hopefully they'll bring that back eventually. Maybe they'll tweak that perk to make it a little more, powerful, a little bit better competition for the other ones. In the tier 3, dexterity, great perk. Awareness and death silence, it's debatable at the time being because the sound doesn't seem to be that great, but I'd have to use them in combination with one another and actually really jack up the volume on my headset. But anyway, that's the end of the game. It was a good game, good competitive game. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.